In this final video, I will relatively quickly go over how to answer the remainder of the questions on this worksheet. I'm going to first show all of the questions so you have a chance to look at them in case you do not have the sheet, and then I'm going to solve them at a relatively quick pace. Feel free to pause at any time. So the order that I'm going to be doing them is question 6, so you can pause the video here if you want to read it. After question 6, I'm then going to skip up to question 9. Then I'm going to do questions 7 and 8 because those are a little bit more difficult than 6 or 9. And finally, I'm going to end on question 3, which is also a challenge question from earlier on from one of those past 2 videos. All right, you should have had a chance to take a look at all those questions. Pause the video, try your best to answer them on your own, and once you're done, unpause it, and you can watch as I solve these questions. All right, an angle is 30 less than half of its complement. Well, I'm talking about an angle and its complement, so I have x plus y equals 90, complementary. Next, that angle is equal to its complement minus 30 because it is 30 less than its complement. If I solve here, I will replace this as x is actually y minus 30, so I get y minus 30 plus y equals 90. Then I have 2y minus 30 equals 90. Y is equal to 2y is equal to 120, so that means that y is equal to 60. If y is equal to 60, that means that x is equal to 30 because 30 plus 60 would give me 90. And x is 30 less than its complement. That works out. Next question, I said that I was going to go to number 9. One of 2 supplementary angles is 65 degrees more than half of the other. Find each angle. So I have x plus y is equal to 180 because these 2 angles are supplementary. Then one of those angles is equal to 65 degrees more than 1/2 of the other. So 65 plus, because 65 more, and then 1/2 of y. Okay, well I have that x is equal to 65 plus 1/2 y, so I'll just replace x here with that. 65 plus 1/2 y plus y equals 180. I then have that 180 minus 65 is 75, 115. 180 minus 65 is 115. So I have 3/2 y equals 115. Then I'll multiply this by 2/3, multiply this by 2/3. That's to cancel off. The 2 and the 2 cancel out, the 3 and the 3 cancel out. So I'm left with y equals 2/3 of 115 is 76.6 repeating. I'm just double checking 3/2 times 2/3. Yeah, of course it is. Okay, 76.6 repeating. Then I'm going to find x. Well, x is equal to 180 when I add 76.6 repeating because x plus y is their supplementary angles, and I know that y is actually 76.6 repeating, which is equal to 180. 180 minus that gives me that x is equal to 103.3 repeating. And let's double check. 103.3 repeating plus 76.6 repeating should give me 180, which it does. And then x should equal to 65 plus 1/2 of y. So 65 plus 1/2 of y, and y was 76.6 repeating, and x is 103.3 repeating, which is what I got, so I'm good here. Now, number 7 is a little bit more complicated. Let's take a look at that one. Number 7. Let's let it focus. Okay, find the measure of an angle whose supplement measures 6 degrees more then 4 times its complement. Now this is why I save these ones for last, because they're a bit of a challenge. I'll set it up, I'll give you a moment to pause it in case you didn't get the set up, and then we'll move forward. So, I have the measure of an angle whose supplement measures 6 degrees more than its complement. Well, I'm dealing with supplement and complement. So x is going to be my angle, and y will be the supplement. So x plus y is 180. I also need its complement, so I'll have x and its complement, which I'll call z, is equal to 90. Then finally, I know that the supplement is equal to 6 degrees more than 4 times the complement. Y is my supplement, z is my complement. Maybe I should write these out. X equals the angle, y equals supplement, z equals complement. So my supplement is 6 degrees more than 4 times the complement. I have 3 equations, 3 variables. I can start solving for this. So let's do this. Let me get a blank sheet. Where are we? Okay. X plus y equals 180. I have x plus z equals 90. And I have y is equal to 6 plus 4z. I'll replace y in my first equation with what I know it's equal to. So y is 6 plus 4z. So I have now x plus 6 plus 4z is equal to 180. Now this isn't the quickest way to do it, but it's a nice, easy way to always deal with multiple equations. All right, I have now this equation and this equation. I still have 2 equations. Let me get the z all by itself in this one. So I now have x is equal to 90 minus z. Sorry, I wanted to get the x by itself. Now that I know that x is actually 90 minus z, I can then replace the x over here with what it's equal to. X is really just 90 minus z because I just took away z from both sides. So I can replace it here. I now have 90 minus z, which is that part right there, plus 6 plus 4z equals 180. Now I have one equation and one variable. I can now solve for that single variable. So I'm going to combine these like terms. 90 plus 6 gives me 96. Minus z plus 4z gives me, well, I have a negative z and 4z, so that's 3 z's is equal to 180. I'll take away the 96 from both sides. I'm left with 3z is equal to 180 minus 96 is 84. 84 divided by 3, divide by 3. I'm left with z is equal to 84 divided by 3 is, oh, nice round number. Z is equal to 28. I can go back to my original equations, which were these 3 right here. Wherever I see a z, I can replace it with 28, and that'll give me my 2 other variables. So let's find the value of y. Y is equal to 6 plus 4z. Instead of z, I know that z is now 28. So 4 times 28. 4 times 28 is going to be 112. 28 times 4 is 112. Y is equal to 6 plus 112. So then I know that y is equal to 118. Okay, that's the second part. And finally, x plus z is equal to 90. So x plus z is just 28. So x plus 28 is equal to 90. And that means that x is equal to 90 minus 28 to get the x by itself. So x should be 62. All right, and this is the 3. Well, let's double check to make sure that this works out. So x and z are complementary. So 62 plus 28 should be 90. 62 plus 28 is 80 plus 10 is 90. That checks out. And then x and y should be supplementary. So I have 118 plus 62. So this should equal 180. Well, 10 plus 60 is 70, and 8 plus 2 is 10, so this will equal 180. It's looking good so far. The only other thing I need to check is that final part. Number 7 said that the supplement measures 6 degrees more than 4 times its complement. So I need to check to make sure that this works out, and then everything is Gucci. So I have y equals 6 plus 4z, and I have that y is 118, so y 118 is equal to 6 plus 4 times 28. So I'm not doing anything here. Let's just check. 4 times 28 is 112 plus 6 is 118. 118 equals 118. This checks out. All right. So I found in the end that z is equal to 28, that y is equal to 118, and that my original angle x was 62. So when I'm talking about I care about the answer, I don't care about the answer, and that I care about the work, is that these three things don't mean much without me seeing that you've gone through the process of all of this stuff. This is what's important, is this sheet over here. This over here, I just didn't have enough room to do all of it. Next, let's do number 8. So, number 8. What is the measure of an angle whose supplement measures 32 degrees more than twice its complement? Hey, it's going to be almost the exact same thing as here. I'm working with supplements and complements, and then a relation between the supplement and complement. So, x is my angle, y is my supplement, and z is my complement. I'm just saying what they are so that I don't get confused later. So x plus its supplement should equal 180. X plus its complement should equal 90, or does equal 90. And then finally, the supplement, my supplement measures is equal to 32 degrees more than, so 32 plus the complement, but twice the complement. So 2 times z. Notice I put the little dash through the z so I don't mix up a 2 and a z. All right, now it's just again doing the algebra to get through this one. All right, let's get a blank sheet here, and let's do this. So my three equations are x plus y equals 180, x plus z equals 90, and then y equals 32 plus y equals 32 plus 2z, not 2x, 2z. All right, I already have that y is equal to this, so I can go back over here to replace the y in here to get rid of it. And then I now have x plus, well, 32 plus 2z equals 180. I can try to get x all by itself or get the z onto one side here, because the x is already by itself. Actually, in this one, it's going to be a lot easier. So I'll take away the z from both sides, and so that'll make x go by itself. 90 minus z, they're not like terms, so it's just going to look like 90 minus z. I can now replace the x here with what it's equal to get only one variable in this equation. So x becomes, I'll do this, 90 minus z plus 32 plus 2z equals 180. And all I'm doing is I'm just substituting a couple times so that I get to have one equation with only one variable in it. I just got the z all by itself in this. And now I'm just solving like regular. 90 plus 32 is 122. Negative z and 2 z's gives me just 1 z left over equals 180. Then to get z by itself, I'll take away 122 minus 122. Z is equal to 180 minus 122. 180 minus 122 is 58. And once I have one variable, then I just need to plug it back in to find out all the others. So x plus z equals 90 is one of my originals, so I'll rewrite that. X plus z equals 90. Z was 58, so I can just say x plus 58 equals 90, and that leaves x to being equal to, x is equal to 90 minus 58 is 32. And instead of doing all this here, I have x is 32, so let me find y. It's going to be a little bit easier doing it with this equation than plugging in z here. So I now have that x plus y equals 180. I know that x is actually 32, so 32 plus y is 180. I'll subtract 32 from both sides, minus 32. That cancels out. Y is equal to 178, 158, 180 minus 32, 148, sorry. 148. I have my three variables. Let's check to make sure they work out. 32 plus 148, well, I just did that. 32 plus 148 is 70, plus 10 more is 180. So these are supplementary as they should be. 32 plus 58, 5 and 3 is 8, and then I get another 10, so this is 90. So x and z are complementary. I checked that out. And I just to make sure that the relation between these two works out. So 58 and 148, well, I have 58 equals z and y equals 148. And the equation we set up was that, okay, y should be equal to 32 plus 2z because the supplement y is 32 degrees more than 2 times its complement, twice its complement. So let's plug these in, check to see if it works out. I have 148, this is equal to, or I'll draw arrows. 148 should be equal to 32 plus 2 times 58. 2 times 58 is 116 plus 32. 16 and 32 is 48. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's good. Let me just plug into the calculator to make sure my mental math is not wrong. So 32 plus 2 times 58 should be 148. It checks out because 148 equals 148. All right, final question. We're done with this set of worksheets. Number 3, again, this was a challenge one. It's going to be very similar to those past two. We're going to have 3 equations here. Find the measure of an angle whose complement and supplement sum to 194 degrees. So I have a complement, and I have a supplement, and I have my angle. Those are the 3 things I need to find. So I'll say that x is my angle, y is my supplement I've been saying. I'm going to use t instead of z. I don't know why not. Or maybe I can use c for complement. C is my complement. Then I'm going to say that x plus y is equal to 180. X plus its complement is equal to 90. And then the sum of the complement and the supplement, right? This complement and supplement sum, so it's going to be addition up to 194. So y, my supplement, plus c, my complement, should be 194 according to this question. And finally, a little bit more algebra, and we'll solve this. So I have my 3 equations. Let's get a new sheet of paper. There we go. I have my 3 equations that are x plus y equals 90. Nope, x plus y, sorry, that's my angle and supplement. They should equal 180. X plus its complement, they are complementary, so they'll equal 90. And then I have that the supplement plus the complement equal 194. I'll do this in a slightly different order. I've been always getting the complement all by itself. Let's do something else. Let's get the angle by itself here. So I'll do x is equal to 180 minus y. 180 minus y. So then I can replace the x here with what it also is. So if x is 180 minus y, then instead of writing x here, I could say 180 minus y. So now I have 180 minus y plus c equals 90. I have a whole bunch of things here. I'm going to try and get the y by itself. And let me box these so I keep my 3 originals. So I'll get the y onto that side because I want to have a positive y. Alright, I'm going to get the c by itself actually. So I'll add y here, and I'll also take away 180 to cancel those out there. So now I need to add y here and take away 180. But this will give us a negative c. Well, all right, it's going to work out just the same. I'd rather not deal with negatives, but it'll be fine. Let's see. The point is, as long as you do the algebra fairly, as long as I do the same thing to both sides, I can do whatever I want in whatever order, and I should come up to the right answer as long as I keep messing around with it. So I get c is equal to y minus 90, because 90 minus 180 is negative 90. Now that I have what c is equal to, since c is just this, I can replace it in there. So I'll say y plus c, I'll just rewrite it again, equals 194. And now, because c is actually just y minus 90, I can say y plus 9y minus 90 equals 194. Then I have 2y's. So I have 2y's is equal to, well, I'll do this at the same time, plus 90, so that cancels out. 2y's is equal to 284. 194 plus 90, double checking, 284. So then y should equal to 142. 284 divided by 2 is 142. Now that I have the value of y, I can go back and domino all these values. So y is equal to 142. So up here, when I had y plus c, instead of writing y, since y is 142, I can say, well, 142 plus c is equal to 194, and that'll mean that c is equal to 194 minus 142, right? Take away the 142 to get the c by itself. Boom. 194 minus 142 is equal to 52. So c is 52. All right, and now that I have c is 52, I can figure out the value of x. So x plus c should equal 90. Since c is actually just 52, I can say x plus 52 equals 90. X should equal to minus 52 to get rid of it. 90 minus 52 should be equal to 38. So I found that x is 38, c is 52, and y is 142. And let's double check this. 38 plus 142, so that's going to be 142 plus 38. Y and x should be supplementary. 40 and 30 is 70, plus 10 more is 180. That checks out. And c and x should be complementary, so then I should have, all right, well, x is 38, c is 52, so 38 plus 52, I already know, yep, that's 90, because 80 and 10 more is 90. That checks out. And finally, just to be completely sure, I should have the y plus c is 194, my supplement and complement. According to the problem, it gave us that they should add up to 194. Well, 142 from down here, and 52, 142 plus 52, 40, and 50 is 90, and 2 and 2 is 4, 194. That one checks out, equals 194, 194 equals 194. All right, fantastic. So at this point, we have completed all of the problems on the sheet. I hope that you got some good practice out of this.